And I think we are live. We are finally live. Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. It is Friday and we are welcoming our new members who joined the BGA very recently. So it's going to be a chance for everyone to meet them, also understand what they're doing, who they are, what they're building. So it's going to be very interesting to check over everything they have to say to us. But without any further ado, I would love to welcome Nicolas, CEO of GGS. You tell me if the pronunciation of the company is not correct. You tell me, but really happy to have you as the first speakers whenever you're ready.
GG's,
GG's.
GG's.io.
I got it now.
Yeah, it's in good games. Thank you for having me, and thank you, everyone. I'll share my screen real quick. I'm assuming you can see it now.
Yeah, perfectly. You can go on.
So basically, the problem that we solve is Web3 games don't have gamers, um, which is sort of an ironic problem we've been trying to solve for the past year. We think also that emerging markets are sort of this perfect chaos storm for Web3 games. People in Latam are the one of the few populations that actually need crypto. Like in Argentina, for example, we pay our payroll to our staff, and we have to pay them in crypto. And in other countries like Brazil, like Colombia, like Venezuela, it's starting to become like a main thing. So there's 300 plus millions in 300 plus million gamers in Latam. It's a huge market, but it's very hard to target them, and it's very hard to find the right users. And I think the same thing applies for most emerging markets. So our mission is to help Web3 games find cheap gamers, a lot of them, and hopefully that they're high quality so that you can make a profit out of them. This, of course, is not an easy problem. We're still iterating. We've already had some success cases. But basically, what we found is that games have two stages before they launch and before they monetize, and after they launch, after they start monetizing. And before games monetize, a very key thing that we found, a key pain point, is to be able to know who is your ideal customer in each market. Like, who's that exact person? Who's that avatar? What do they like? What do they play? What do they don't play? In which platforms do they live? Where do they purchase games? Where do they download games? Where do they look for friends to play with? So we help you do that, and I'll show you a little bit how. And for us, ideal customers means gamers that spend early in the game cycle or in the user journey. It's people that play with friends or refer friends. They bring more people into your game, and they play a lot and they stay a lot. So they're optimized for long-term retention, right? What we want to achieve is to help games have this big spike in users, and then the longest tail possible, so that you can have as many purchase opportunities with these users. For now, our team comes from a Web2 background in gaming. We helped do a lot of the first tournaments in Latin America, like digital esports events with companies like Red Bull, Razer. We were the first team to work with Viacom, with MTV for an esports league as well, with Supercell. So we come from that background. We know how to reach gamers. Most recently, we've been working. Our very first pilot of our product was with Gods Unchained. We also work with Congregate for Bitverse. We work with Champions Ascension. We're onboarding games like The Harvest right now, like Rise from Jungle, and others. And what we do, and I'll skip this. We have funding, but I don't like those accolades. Basically, what we do is we integrate games into our platform, and we create free season passes. So literally like a battle pass or a season pass in a game. We make it free for the gamer. We try to not make it in a gimmicky way, meaning follow us on Twitter and claim an NFT, and do this and claim that. And we see that as a more of a play to earn, but just with a different name, through quests. We want to do it different. So a good example with Champions, for example, they have world bosses in their game, right? And the world bosses appear at a certain time. What we do is we do events where if you go and you play with your friends and you're the first one to kill that word boss, you can play for a prize pool. If you go into a new game and you bring your squad and you rank up together, you can play for prize pools. Better yet, you can also access game assets, skins, so things that you can actually use in the game, and therefore it filters out people that come into these games for the wrong reason, which I think is one of the key issues with Web3. There's a lot of people coming into these games for the wrong reasons. Web3 games need gamers. They need people that actually care about owning a skin and then hopefully trading that skin. That's what we believe that's going to create the player economy. I think that's why we're all in business, right? CSGO is the best example, but CSGO doesn't have ownership. So Web3 games should exist for people to care about those CSGO skins, except they can own them and they can resell them. They can grind for them. If you're a content creator, you can sell them. You can make your own skins. And for us, that's the real value of Web3. That's what we want to communicate, and we've been trying to communicate to gamers. So that's in a nutshell. I don't want to take up all this space. What I'll say is for anyone from BGA interested in potentially acquiring gamers for Latam, we have a gift for you. So we're opening 3 more slots for games to integrate. We have 7 games right now that we're working with in the platform. It's very small. It's the smallest pilot. But the good thing is like it's super custom done for you. We want to give you like the best results. So we're opening 3 slots more. Anyone from BGA that wants to come in, we'll give you a free workshop, 1 hour. We'll try to get to your key objectives, and then we'll give you an integration and an influencer live event. So thank you.
That's a very cool opportunity. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your presentation, introduction, Nicolas. I will say first, can you give me on the private chats? Because as you joined recently, I think we missed on inviting you for our Telegram group with all of our BGA members, and I'm pretty sure they will be interested in reaching out to you. So in the private chat, give me your ID, your Telegram ID, so I'll make sure to send. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much. But definitely very excited by the fact that you remember the BGA specifically based on our willingness to expand our activities, the BGA activities in Latin America. And we're pretty sure that we would try to onboard you in our journey to explain what is blockchain gaming and everything around. So it's such a pleasure to have you as a member. Thanks again for your intro.
Thank you, guys.
I will welcome Wayne Marcel. If you are ready, the mic is yours, Wayne.
All good. Thanks a lot. Great to see you again. Yeah, excited to join Blockchain Game Alliance. So I'm the head of growth at FIO Protocol. And I guess you're pulling up the screen now. I'll tell you a little bit about FIO Protocol. Our mainnet went live over 3 years ago. We're a layer 1 blockchain and decentralized protocol. Are you able to see it?
I may need to ask the question to the others because I tried, but it doesn't seem to display. Do you see the Wayne's present? You don't see it. Let me try.
Let me stop sharing
maybe
and try to.
Yeah, try again to share it. It might be working.
Yeah. Okay.
As soon as I can see it. Okay, something is coming. Loading a little bit. For now, it's blank. But we made the test before; it was working, so we know it's happened every time when you go live.
That's technology, right? That's technology. Maybe it is my PowerPoint. Maybe let's see.
If you cannot share it directly as the presentation directly on the present button, you can also share your screen directly. So make sure not to reveal anything on your desktop, but it might work better. I know by experience it works.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Share screen. Maybe try again. I'll just show.
Oh, I'm seeing something. Here you go. You just need to.
So it is. When I go into presentation mode, it doesn't show anything. So I'll just leave it like this.
Okay.
So,
perfect.
All right, let's roll. All right, thanks. So FIO Protocol, as I mentioned, we're a layer 1 blockchain and protocol. Our mainnet went live 3 years ago with the help of Binance Labs and some other investors. And our focus is at simplifying the usage of digital assets, cryptocurrency, NFTs, and it just fits in perfect with gaming. And that's kind of what I'm going to share today, because it's not just about FIO protocol. It's one of our newest products that we're bringing out to market. But just to tell you a little bit about our protocol, as I said, layer 1 chain, designed to improve the user experience. In essence, you're able to take all your different wallet addresses and map them to a single user handle. In a decentralized, self-sovereign way, you manage your handle just like you manage your private keys. And that handle is in the format of username at domain. So users are able to claim, you can claim a free handle that's like your username at Wallet or at HODL or at Moon, or you can customize it if you want it to be your company, your name, your brand. And those domains are not used for websites. It's strictly for these payment rails, and it gets integrated at the wallet level. And you're able to customize it. And where gaming has come into play is, as I traveled events and I'd see, which I've seen, I think at least 2 people here at past events, and we explain what FIO is. Gaming has been a big interest, because those gamers that are playing games, especially those coming from the Web 2 space, they want to have that name, that gamer handle that can represent something. And having a handle that's universal for all chains, whether they're playing a game on Wax or Solana or Polygon, it doesn't matter. They can have that same universal handle that also represents their wallet address, because you can map your FIO handle to every single coin and token and chain, and that one handle doubles as your wallet address. We also have another feature called FIO request, which allows you to send a decentralized payment request. Very similar to if you request payment from somebody, whether it's through PayPal or Venmo in a centralized manner, you can also send payment requests for any crypto. So if you want to request Bitcoin or ETH or anything else, you can send a payment request, and the recipient just has to approve that request in their wallet, instead of having to actually copy and paste wallet addresses, which you can make a mistake, send on the wrong chain. And so our protocol is interoperable with anything. So it can be integrated into wallets, exchanges, games, and also we have a developer hub where the SDKs are ready for integration. There is financial incentive for those that integrate our protocol. You can integrate our protocol and earn revenue from that. I'll show some of our integration partners, and you can see our top partners right now that are generating on-chain revenue are Opera Browser and Edge Wallet. It's transparent on our chain, you can see. But they're generating quite a bit of revenue by allowing their users to register handles using their at Edge domain or at Opera domain, or they're able to customize it to where it may represent their last name, their company, their brand, and use it with their own username. And we also have a custom-built dashboard that can be made available, kind of speed up the integration. Some projects and especially exchanges have decided to do a dashboard integration where it links off to our dashboard. They're able to register a FIO handle, map their wallet addresses, and then go right back into using that exchange or wallet. Core capabilities, the FIO handle is the big one, as I mentioned before. Username at domain, customizable. You can make it whatever you want to send and receive assets. The domain just gives you a chance to make that a little bit more customizable. Guilds, we had quite a few people from guilds reach out, and they're very interested in buying the domain for their guild name, and then allowing each guild member to register a handle on there. We have another, not quite used a lot yet, but a feature I think is going to be big in the future as NFT utility takes off, but NFT signatures, to where the creator of an NFT is able to, whether that's a studio, an artist, or whatever, they're able to attach a digital signature using that FIO handle to that NFT. That way, if you're going to buy an NFT on the secondary market and you know that brand or artist or creator signed their NFTs with a certain handle, you can verify that either through our on-chain or through NFT marketplaces as they integrate our API, just to verify that on-chain data. And I already mentioned FIO requests. So the problem where we came in with gaming was similar to just Web3 adoption in general, is poor crypto wallet experience. A lot of friction when new users are coming in. They have to onboard with a new, with a wallet. They have to set up a seed phrase. If they're downloading a MetaMask, they've got to store that seed phrase somewhere. And most people, I think it's safe to say everybody would agree, about 99% of users don't store them responsibly. The onboarding experience, there's a lot of drop off due to that. And then user attention when it comes to using crypto. The first time someone has to send an asset, whether they're sending a cryptocurrency or whether they're sending an in-game asset, which may be an NFT, and they have to copy and paste those long wallet addresses, a simple mistake could cause you to lose that user, especially if it's early in the experience. So For our latest project, we had partnered with a company called MetaKeep, and what MetaKeep allows us to do is they are a frictionless setup wallet. It's a non-custodial wallet, but the way they encrypt your private keys and store that encryption in multiple different servers in the cloud, the user is able to have their custody of their assets without having to worry about that seed phrase. Now, there is the option for that user, if they're an experienced or advanced user, used to using digital assets, and they want to manage their own private key, they can export the private key to where they control it 100% themselves. But it's a quick and easy user integration, and it allows, games have had a lot of interest in this type of product, but it's really for anyone that's looking to add a Web3 element to their platform, where a user can quickly come in, especially someone with no experience in the space, on board using this simple software wallet. And it's a software wallet that allows you to build your own. You can have your own user interface on the front end. We've got an example that we show people, but you can create your own, integrated into your game, to where that user, as far as they know, they just joined the game, entered the email address and a couple other bits of information, and they spun up a wallet without even realizing it. And they've got the security of a non-custodial wallet, and then they're able to utilize the field protocol within there to where they can create their handle for that game, which then can also be used across multiple games through that simple user login, if other games have also integrated either the field protocol or their users of the field wallet that we're partnered with MetaKeep on. So a lot of use cases we see for that. Games, of course, getting your guild name, custom domains, promoted on social sites. NFT ticketing could be big as well. And then also just branding. Companies are using their domain as a brand to be able to allow each one of their users to get a handle. Or if you don't even want to use it as branding, some companies have used it internally in terms of they'll have their domain for their company name or brand or business, and then allow their internal employees to have handles to where they can use that internally for sending and receiving assets. The other thing is also cost. Savings with field wallet integration is you don't have to develop your own wallet solution. A few of the gaming projects that we're working with now, they were each trying to develop their own custom solution, focused on that, and having this pre-built solution. It's very simple. And being that it's a SaaS model, it's paid by monthly active users, so it can be integrated with very little cost in the beginning, and then it only scales as your user acquisition grows and community grows. So at FIO, the benefits for the stakeholders, if you decide to integrate the wallet, or not just the wallet, but the FIO protocol in general, simple transactions with the wallet itself, it's quick onboarding, significant cost savings. And as I mentioned, on-chain revenue, just to kind of wrap it up with that revenue that's earned on-chain, FIO handles typically cost about $2 on-chain. It varies depending on the market, and because it doesn't adjust statically, it adjusts on a periodic basis. And then those custom domains range around $40. But we have a bucket set aside for new user adoption when we launched our chain 3 years ago that actually pays for that first handle for each new user. So that $2 is paid on chain, whether someone registers a new handle or a free handle or a paid handle, and that's still paid out on chain. And right now, our integration partners are earning 50% of that on chain revenue. So if someone registers a handle, even a free handle, and you're the integration partner, you're that gateway to the FIO protocol, you earn roughly about $1 for every new user you bring on. And then anytime someone purchases their own custom domain for $40, you're earning roughly about $20 in on-chain revenue, which is why I mentioned Opera Browser, Edge Wallet. Those two have been bringing on the most amount of users monthly. And as far as from our integrations, and we've seen those that earn significant revenue. So future development, we're going to continue growth. We're looking to get integrated into a lot more protocols. We've also launched a project called FIO.id that I can share with you real quick. Right here, FIO.id allows you to look up a FIO handle. So if someone wants to look up a handle, they can type in one. I've got one. My demo one is blockchain at Wayne. So I can type that in, look it up. And then if someone wanted to pay me and they're using a wallet that hasn't integrated our protocol, and say they wanted to pay me in Bitcoin, this is obviously you got certain addresses you're going to keep private, but these are the public addresses I put out there. So they can either scan this QR code or copy and paste my wallet address to pay me in Bitcoin. You can see NFTs that I've created and signed. And then you can also see the socials if you want to connect with me, because these are ones that I connected with. So you can take a field handle and also map it. We're going to add some other mappings in here. Could be related to some gaming projects, could also be related to other social systems, or if someone has a decentralized identity, as those DIDs start to become more mainstream, you could see us add that in there as well. So with that, I challenge you, follow us on fieldprotocol.io. We're also from there, you can link to our socials. We're very active on Twitter, or X, I guess you can call it. Really, all the social media platforms. We're constantly creating content focused on driving new user adoption in general in the space.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Wayne. Really appreciate this intro. I think it's going to be very interesting to have you during our demo day, because usually what we do with Protocol is to invite the game partners and show everything around all the possibilities you're offering to game partners as well. And will be interesting to have you doing these demo day as well. Will be wonderful.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Perfect. Thanks, Wayne, again.
Thank you.
From one protocol to another, I would love to invite Arif. If you're ready, the stage is yours as well.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Arif. I think first thing first, even though like our name is like Mythic Protocol, we're not actually like infrastructure project or anything. We are actually entertainment franchise. So let us go through it. So we always sorry, is it? Yeah, even though our name is Protocol, we are actually entertainment franchise. So we are building the first of its kind. We call it collaborative entertainment. I think like in the very beginning in the Web3 gaming space, we are a big disbeliever of play to earn, because we definitely see that's not sustainable. So we always ask like, well, what is the benefit of blockchain? And then if this is like the problem that we actually tackling on, and if we see like the history of gaming industry, every time there is a new technology coming in, like in the 1970s is the personal computing boom. Actually, like the content industry, the gaming industry actually growing up. So at that time, everybody tried to solve fun. And the industry scale from 0 to 40 billion. And then the second cycle actually coming because a new technology called mobile and two-way internet, like speedy internet. And that the problem that actually being solved is adoption, how to make like the next billion people actually playing games. And we believe like the third cycle will be driven by distributed computing and also AI. But we think that if we want to scale the market of the gaming industry, like we are already like the biggest entertainment industry, the ARPU is the biggest, we already reached like 3 billion users, there is no way to grow. So the next path to grow as industry is actually to ensure that every gaming ecosystem becoming more like economy ecosystem. So I think like the next big thing to solve is actually economy. I think like everybody here is actually in that building games actually trying to solve that. And if we extrapolate, it could be potential to scale like to 1 trillion. And in Mythic Protocol, we actually have like 4 key pillars that we trying to address that. I think like go one by one, but I think I will introduce like the world of Mythic Protocol.
Welcome back, 151. While you were recovering from your fate, the situation has escalated. London, Paris, Singapore, Denver, Rift Fall events in major cities are climbing. Conductor response teams are stretched thin, and there has been casualties. We're gonna need you on this. What do you say, 151? Are you ready?
Affirmative.
Yeah, so actually like Mythic Protocol, like the TLDR version is imagine like John Wick or Men in Black meets mythical beings. And why we call it like collaborative entertainment, because we're trying to build a world where like everybody like asks a lot of questions like, what if? I'll show you another video.
Answer me this. What do you know of our world? Really? What do you know of the Black Death? Of its true nature? Of those who survived it and rose from the ashes? What do you know of the dragons? Of varied tribes sailing together for a greater purpose? What do you know of faith? of its hidden machinations and the few who sought to uncover them for the good of all. And what do you know of the Great War, of the heroes that stood together against the might of the cosmos? What you think you know is just the beginning. Because the truth is dark, the truth is complex, and the truth has rules for all to abide. Welcome to the Mythic Protocol.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the whole intro. So I think the idea is that we want to build like the next entertainment franchise, like maybe like imagine Star Wars, but everybody, like really everybody, could actually create their own planet, create their own spaceship, create their own like monster character and everything. And it's actually recorded on blockchain that actually like validate who's the one that create, who's the one that adding on top of each others, and it created on top of the real world as the main canvas. So like everybody could build because it's relatable, expandable, and there is no wrong answer because it's a mythical, like on top of something. And on top of the world, we actually so like even like its players, we're able to contribute, like its decision in the game will actually matters in the progression of the world as a whole. And we believe that if we want to engage like creators to work with us, we need to build like some media that actually able to attract most of the users, and that's where the games coming in. So in terms of games, we're building maybe like in short, it's Diablo but with guns. Yeah, so that's like the game. So we're trying to build what we call the evergreen media, because if we want to build more like a long-lasting collaborative universe, we need to ensure that the game able to be like live in maybe like more than a decade. So I think it's more like a best practice in the industry. We need to make a game that is easy to play, but hard to master, but also easy to watch. Like when someone play, like someone stream, it's also enjoyable for the one that views it. And then also it's have to be unlimitedly scalable. So we use the roguelike progression here. So every time I play, it's a very different surprise, very different combination. And then the dungeon is actually procedural. And then every season we also add like new content. And then the game is actually a multiplayer. It's a co-op multiplayer. I think the one of the reasons why we choose PvE co-op, because PvP games are like a lot. And then the cost to switching from one PvP game to another PvP game is actually very high. But usually people just want to play with their friends. So the co-op PvE concept is, we think that this is a very, very underserved needs in the market. And the game itself is a cross-play multi-platform. So everybody could play with everybody. And in the future, maybe like we add some PvE, but it's a future idea. And one other key pillars that we actually also have is that we always ask the question, like, so what's the benefit of NFT for gamers? And the industry standard is actually usually talk about ownership, but when we do our market research and then interview like a lot of gamers, most of gamers actually care about ownership, but they don't care about decentralized ownership, because they think that if they own the Steam account, they own it. If they own the X account, they own it. They don't care about the centralization. So, but what matters, like what blockchain actually add of value to gamers? I think we have this idea, or maybe like hypothesis, the concept of legacy, because gamers care about their legacy. Like imagine like you have this character and you kill these very special monsters, and your character evolve, and this monster only like appear once a year. So your character become valuable, not just because it's rare, but it's also like there's your story in it. If like someone bid 100K, you don't want to sell it because you want to tell your son, maybe like, or your daughter in the future, that this is your legacy. I think that's some of the idea. And I think the last one is that to really build more like sustainable economy, we need to really see it from like back to basic, like basic economy. We need to be more like design a more sustainable loop where every actors actually value create, and the currency itself, maybe like the incentive in terms of like interest or in terms of like free cash, is actually a tool to make the cycle way faster. But yeah, I think it's too long already. Sorry. I think we'll definitely love to collaborate. We will definitely love to talk about maybe like cross promotion with other IP here, cross IP creator partnership, media and content creator partnership, or maybe like publishing and distribution partnership. I think that is for me. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. I love it. Like explaining the benefits for players about blockchain technologies by taking the concept of legacy is definitely very interesting. Like you nailed it. As a player, I totally understand where you're going, and it's very interesting. So very fun to have you in the BGA. Would love to capitalize on your expertise for any panels and any discussion we're going to have around IPs, around gaming and blockchain. We would love to organize that with you. So thanks again for the presentation, Arif.
Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker will be so we got from another one. It will be Marco. Marco, if you're ready, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Vlad, for having me here, and hi everyone, and good to meet you, and good to be part of the Blockchain Game Alliance. So now we're talking about fashion. So you would say, what's what does fashion entails into the gaming? And I'll tell you, if you have seen the latest movement of the major luxury brands like Balenciaga entering Fortnite, and also Nike entering as well for Fortnite with their Air experience, Max Air experience, Gucci entering Roblox. There is a big interest of the fashion brand, the luxury brand, into the gaming, and that's because the audience of the gaming has been always used to purchase skins and give value to those assets that's, as we know, were centralized and owned by the platform. Now, with the blockchain opportunity we have and the NFT, we have the possibility to have the ownership of the assets, and then trading the assets, and not only having a skin that we can use in only one game. So there is interoperability. Now, fashion in this case become fashion and wearables, apparel become something interesting. But the more interesting thing is not only the possibility of having a branded wearable in the game, but also having a physical wearable that is connected to your gaming asset, your in-game assets, or wearable in the gaming experience. So another one is a Web3 fashion platforms. We're based on Polygon. The decision to be based on Polygon is because most of the metaverse platforms, their own online now, are using Polygon chain, and we are a metaverse ready provider for digital wearable that can be also redeemed in their physical form. Now, I'll skip the digital market opportunity because that is mostly for brands, not missing out the opportunity that you can have especially in the gaming industry. But how does it work? The offering of another one. We have an offering that create a one-stop shop for digital journey. So we create a digital wearable, 3D asset, and also in-game assets that are connected also with a physical product. The physical product production is also within our scope of service, because we go into manufacturing and we connect the physical product to the digital products. Now, what is the importance of a physical product? The physical product is important for the offline engagement of user, because in the gaming experience, if we're talking about game, you have the engagement of the user during the game, but there is also a missing opportunity where you can have the gamers that can have an offline opportunity to engage with the gaming experience, and in this case with the brands that support and are partner of the gaming experience. One of the example that I can make is Pokemon Go. It was like a very famous game that was trendy a couple of years ago, with a lot of people going around scanning for finding their Pokemon. Now, just think if the possibility of having a quest in the game that is connected to our offline quest, and without that offline quest, you won't be able to go over your level. That is the power of a phygital wearable. The phygital wearable is essentially the proof that you make an action, and that action actually is trigger a blockchain transaction, because we have our own app that is called Flex to Earn. Now, what is Flex to Earn? It's a loyalty program, a rewards program. Essentially, is an app that allow you to scan the NFC that is embedded in your wearable, and then through the scan, the blockchain originate a blockchain transaction that proves that action was put in place. The Flex to Earn could be in a physical event. So, for example, you go to a concert, you go to an event, you go to esports event, for example, and wearing your phygital wearable, you are credited for having a rewards because you joined that event, or eventually you can have even in-game asset that you can use in the game. So this is the power of a phygital product that we want to boost into the gaming industry. But of course, it's not only the possibility of offline engagement, but also it's about creators, because gaming is it's also about supporting the creators of the game, and we as another one on our niche, we support the creators. So we have also another module that is called Become a Creator, that is a competition and challenge that we do every couple of months. We cooperate with brands. We give visibility to young designer and 3D designer to create wearable that eventually can become a phygital collection that can be launched in our launchpad, or can become a collection that can be used in a game experience. We launched the last competition that we launched was in May this year, and we collaborate in this case with Union Avatar, that is avatar solution provider. Now, Union Avatar, just to make an example, has received an investment last month from Mango. So this can let you understand how tight is becoming the fashion industry with the virtual experience and the gaming experience, because the circle is very tight, and we do believe that in order to implement this passage, a phygital product is necessary. Of course, the positioning is not only towards luxury brand. We actually more through emerging brand, because they are more open for collaboration, and that's why we are proud to be inside the Blockchain Game Alliance, because we want to give visibility also to all the Web3 gaming projects that they're looking for partnership, they're looking for visibility, to put them in touch with those brands. But not only for that, it's also because the possibility to have a ready one-stop solution to create merchandising. Now, of course, you know that all the merchandising business is very important in the gaming, because once you hit the number of user, once you're trendy, then it's another way to monetize your audience. On the other way, with another one offering, you'll be available not only to do airdrop to your user, not only to reward your user, but also to give a possibility to the user to earn more wearing your phygital product, and wearing the phygital product that you can then embed into your gaming experience. Just a quick overview on what we have done so far. We launched a PFP collection in September 2021, the Sneaker Society, that is actually today becoming a gaming experience. So we're not just talking about producing wearable and 3D model, but we're going into the gaming industry, and we're creating a game on Sandbox that will be released in Q4 this year. And we actually, I know there is no space for promotion, but just mentioning that we're launching an airdrop of the in-game character of the TSS collection this month in August. for the gaming experience. The TSS, so the Sneakers Society, will be the first experience to have MetaFlex, that is a T-shirt that we created for the collection. There will be a phygital wearable. So the user that will join one of our events that will be happening during the Korean Blockchain Week will receive a T-shirt, and the T-shirt, scanning the NFC inside the T-shirt will allow you to have that T-shirt inside our game for token gated rewards playing the game on Sandbox. I guess my time is done, but this is the offering of another one. Let's get phygital, and I hope you understand the potential of the phygital in the gaming industry.
Thanks a lot, Marco. Definitely another opportunity for another conversation about that, because it's so interesting. And I was thinking about what you said. And for those who know this book that I didn't finish yet, but almost, the Metaverse by Matthew Ball, who actually saying that Fortnite actually could be seen as the biggest fashion brand based on the physical items they are selling. You kind of understand why fashion and gaming makes a lot of sense together. So yeah, totally agree with what you said, Marco, and would love to include you in any kind of conversation we could have around phygital fashion and gaming. So thanks again for the press. Really appreciate it. Last but not least, the working man or sergeant. If you are ready, yeah, the stage is yours.
Very good, thanks. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, I can see it.
Awesome. Hey, such a cool broadcast this is. I mean, the where to reward concept, man. That's I've never heard of that one. That's just like a super cool thing, man. And with Arif, with your game, man, like the plan that you guys have, I really love that. So all of your guys' presentations were really cool. And I'm really happy to be part of the BGA bunch. And so how I've gotten into BGA is because I've created a product called Cryptomat GameFi. Unlike Nicholas, who is actually using, I would say, analytics and social media communities and stuff like that, if I understood it properly, I don't want to take away anything from your presentation. We kind of focus more on the technical side of acquiring new users or new players. So what is Cryptomat? Basically, I started the company in 2018. Today, Cryptomat is actually one of the biggest crypto investment platforms in Europe. It's a regulated business out of Estonia, one of the few new businesses that got relicensed with the new regime. This allows us to create the best payment rails. And because we are an exchange by definition in the core, we also have all the wallet infrastructure. So what we have at our disposal is, it's like having MoonPay or Transact and having like a wallet infrastructure. And you know what happened was, so that's about Cryptomat, right? So in 2019, I joined the community called Engine, which some of you might have heard of. And at that time, we also played with NFTs. We didn't call them NFTs. We called them ERC 1155s or 721s. And just like, I guess the media started calling them NFTs because it's easier to understand. And we've actually at the time built one of the first mint portals where you could easily mint an NFT like you can do today on OpenSea. And I was always interested in gaming myself and being a gamer myself. And so I started playing Sunflower Land. And it was really complicated for me, first of all, to acquire a Sunflower Land token. And and out of this problem, I was like, man, there has to be a much, much better solution to kind of to solve this, to get this, to start playing the game. Because I was like, look, no one is gonna, so I see gaming as a real mainstream opportunity and kind of like the best of utilities in crypto that we know so far. So I was like, I wanna go and try solve that problem. So essentially, what do I, as a player, want? I want to be able to connect to the game. I want usually an in-game token or a game NFT. And then I want a wallet or the ability to basically sell or trade that. And I will kind of try to go through this as fast as I can because I know the time is limited. But end of the day, I've explained how getting a wallet, buying an in-game token or an NFT is super difficult. And most games would either focus on the blockchain side of things to solve that, to crack this problem. While doing that, they would not focus on gameplay, or vice versa. They would focus on the gameplay and not solve the blockchain part. So usually the blockchain part would look something like this. If you see the Kojak meme, not good. So essentially you have to go through multiple hops from setting up your MetaMask to actually ramping up with, let's say, Ramp Network, for example, into your MetaMask account, after which you have to go to Uniswap or PancakeSwap if the token is not available on MetaMask, right? And only after that, you go and connect to the game. And I've actually decided to do a bit of a different process. And this is why I say that the Cryptomat GameFi is kind of like, doesn't feel like crypto at all. I hope I will be able to demo that at one point. So essentially, you need to download the app. There's a one-click token top-up, and you connect to the game via Wallet Connect. So what this means for the player, I can connect to the game. I can get the token I need to start playing the game. I can top up my token with the credit card, and I can also sell this token with the single click to back into fiat. At the same time, the wallet features it's a crypto and an NFT wallet. So not sure if stuff. Okay, this is not presentation mode, so I won't be able to present here. Anyways, how the gaming partner benefits is basically easier flow. The user journey for the new player is easier, and technically, to work with us, there's actually very few requirements. You need to have Wallet Connect enabled on your end. So I'm saying that I'm gonna help you acquire new players. How will I actually do that? Well, first of all, each game that works with us has their own game token wallet. What do I mean by that? So these wallets look something like this. So they have 3 screens where a player can connect to the game. The second screen is the actual wallet, and the third screen is the NFT wallet. So let me focus on the middle screen, which is topping up. Topping up works like this. You tap on the chip or on the custom amount, you confirm that, and then magic happens in the backend. So what I've built with GameFi is an actual Web3 custodial wallet. Why? So I can control the UX. So what happens in the backend, I purchase the network native asset, I send it to the user's wallet, I swap it in the user's wallet. So the user receives the token that's necessary for the game. This means I can actually acquire or buy any token that exists on any DEX because I aggregate DEXs. The process works seamlessly also in reverse. I can tap the button and I can sell this token back to Euro and get the money onto my Visa or a MasterCard. All right, cool. So what does this, so you might say, okay, what is this? Is this like Venly or is this like, I don't know, Sequence? As a matter of fact, we don't compete with these guys. We actually want to work with them because as a venue of close to 500,000 users from Europe, we can help promote your game. And how we do that is, okay, as I said, we first create this wallet, and then we go to the listing of the game in our Web3 directory. So this looks something like this. Like there's, some games, filters, and whatnot. Users can find your game, and this is kind of like the wallet that each of your guys' games would have. What else do I have here? Another very interesting thing here is the player incentive campaign. So what we want to achieve is basically we want to reward each player with your in-game token or an NFT, depends on your gameplay, right? So what the player needs to do, they need to click on a link on your website. They will land on a landing page on our website, so we track everything. They will download the wallet. We will attribute this to your channel. And once the player connects to your game or just verifies an account, we credit that account with a in-game token, a meaningful amount that a user can use inside of the game. So essentially, we're paying players to actually try out your game. Yeah, so I have different type of incentivization campaigns. If you guys also can support some webhooks, I can also reward a user inside of our reward center, where I can ask the user, for example, defeat boss level 2 and get this reward. So cool. What is it? What's the technical requirement? I said it's Wallet Connect. So if this is your game, you still need to have some blockchain infrastructure. So the player would download the wallet, connect to your game, and from that point on, the CryptoMat wallet serves as a confirmation device. So it's confirming transactions. You can rest assured that while using this wallet, the player will never run out of the token, can easily, basically, it takes a minute to get any token for any of your guys' games. All right. How does the linking work? This is an example of Sunflower Land, which I like so much. So we have like an in-browser type of linking. So I would just open by pressing this button, the play button, choose Wallet Connect, and it would connect, and I would see the game, and then I could interact with it. I could obviously connect via desktop by scanning my screen, or inside of the mobile app via an SDK provided by Wallet Connect. Currently, we support these chains, but we can support any EVM-based chain. Yeah, so that's that. This comes actually at no cost to you, except there's a partnership plan that we both execute. So I'm hoping that I can work with games, with game publishers, game studios, game directories, and also protocols to acquire and promote Web3 gaming to the world.
Awesome. Love it, Sergeant. Thanks a lot for the intro. Makes a lot of sense, and that's very interesting to see. Like we will have other opportunities for sure, because you wanted to do that, and based on the time you have, I understand it's challenging, but would love to see how it works directly through the demo days that we actually have in a monthly basis.
Sure.
Really dedicated to that purpose. So would be perfect to have you again or one of your team to present that. Thanks a lot. Thanks, the 5 of you, to actually present every one of your projects. It was very, very interesting. We will actually have a demo day next week, already full with our 5 members, but we're gonna have others. We're gonna be in Gamescom. For those who will be in Gamescom in 2 weeks, the biggest gaming convention in Europe, we're gonna have a booth with 19 members showcasing their games and game infrastructure at the booth. I think it's a record, so we're really proud of that. Really proud to showcase our members. And thanks again, guys, for your time. I wish you a very good end of the day. Maybe not for everyone, but I wish you at least end of the week for every one of you. Thanks.
See you again at Gamescom. Yeah.
See you at Gamescom. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.